Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Happy Friday. The weekend is finally upon us. Yes, we start from the very beginning. Hi, Joe. What do you know? What's happening, Jay Bolton? Bob, what's going on? Entropic, Randy, Kim.
It's cool, everybody. I'm here.
Hey, Snowy. Gudgeum. What's up, all? Quite a thing. Did I say Snowy? Sea Star, good lord. Brain scrambled. Iceman, welcome. Snowy may not be here.
Iceman cometh.
Sea Star, where you been? We missed you. You had a really busy week, I think. Well, it's Friday now. Friday all the way. What's happening, Edge? It's really hot here. I've been trying not to stay cooking, and I have my AC on, but I'm just pulling weeds and taking dogs out, and house doesn't circulate too well, so it's hot. Hot. It's cool downstairs. It's not cool up here. Hermie, how you doing? So, Sea Star, is it cool that I screwed up like that? It's cool. I hope. So let's lay out a couple things it's here in chat, but if you're not caught up on the show, even though the game tonight doesn't overlap with the season of the show, do you have any idea how hard it would be to try and separate chat about the game and the characters in the game and the characters in the show? And we're not going to try and squash spoilers, so you're allowed to talk about the show. You're allowed to talk about the current season. If you're not caught up on the show, expect some spoiler discussion. I'm not going to throw them around, but if you're behind on the show, people are going to want to talk about it. There are going to be a few characters here in the game that overlap with the show, not the season, but things will be discussed. So be ready for that. Sea Star, it's been quite a rough and busy week, and you're happy it's Friday. I am very happy for you that the rough week has reached Friday. Hermé, I'm good. Hello to you and your boyfriend. And what do you think? Let's start. This is 6 episodes, about 2 episodes, 2 hours per episode, and we're not necessarily going to do them all tonight because that would be 12 hours. The schedule says we have 8. Don't mind running late, but 4 hours late is a lot of late. I was going to start too early and run too late, but even then, it was barely going to fit. So let's see what happens. If it's the most amazing thing in the world, maybe we'll just play it all straight through, and if not, we'll finish the last couple episodes another time. Jordy, what's happening? Thousands of years, House Forrester have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. Darkest reaches of the Wolfswood, they harvest the rare ironwood trees. Now the North has been ripped apart by war, and rival houses seek to claim Forrester ironwood for themselves, and the fate of House Forrester hangs in the balance.
The trout in the towers, the wolves dropped the fish and they all ran away. The trout he flopped off when I was a child. Another war to fray. 2 weddings brought on by beheadings, and dying make cups for me. 2 weddings brought on by beheadings, and all is happily.
The great Jamie Lannister Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know. Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it. Go on. It's only blood.
Quidias Gretz on getting everything finished.
Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
Why not?
They don't give swords like that to pig farmers.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too. Norn never lets the truth stand in the way of a good story.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What do I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
Not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. It grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate. To Robb Stark, the King in the North!
The King
in the North! Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
What could go wrong?
Death to the Lannisters!
Aye!
The North remembers!
Aye! Got it.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done. You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you?
I want to
Serve me
fight.
well.
To bring honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett. Your hard work has paid off.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell. Empty. Squire! Fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Make it up to you.
Fine, but you owe me.
Oh, you? I've been a squire longer than you have. I outrank you.
Actually missed the question, but he seems like a snot, doesn't he? Already. I outrank you.
More wine. Scrub my armor. Clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin. See, that's why you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming.
Who doesn't love bacon?
Ah, pig farmers. All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. All in wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time.
I'm sick of listening to your whine. With that attitude, you'll never be more than this.
Easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were Castellan, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
Well, it's right over there.
The twins, stronghold of House Frey. The Red Wedding.
Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
Nice night for a wedding. It's not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong? What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd. You've had too much wine.
We need to get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
Then take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
Sorry,
We have to
Bowen.
warn the others.
Good luck. Oh!
Woo! Whoops.
A gift from the king!
Oh. Yeah. Oh, that drag. Yeah, that was great timing! Shield grab was...
Ready, boys! Whoa! Shoot that one! What?
Well, that didn't work very well. Vala Morgulis. All men must die. McDaniel, how you doing? So, cursor movement with the analog stick's a little clunky. I have to figure out what button they're gonna generally throw at me. The first one was like right trigger, then grab with left stick. But anyways, Not sure what they're gonna start. They'll probably do the same sort of things over and over again. Telltale doesn't have a whole lot of variation in how it works, but they do some slightly different things in each game.
Whoa!
I think it was Tales from the Borderlands. I was a little thrown off at first by some of the things they wanted. Let the QTE adventure begin.
What?
So, you know, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Does anyone else's brain hate hearing the same sequence again? I don't really mind seeing it so much as hearing it on repeat.
Whoa!
Like listening to the beginning of a song and not listening to the rest of the song, but then you listen to the beginning of the song again. Okay. It's an RT prompt.
What?
Cursor over the indicator. There's a little R and a T. That would be right trigger, right? It never stopped turning red. It was red. Just... We're just gonna do this for a second. What am I missing? I'm sure somebody sees it. It's gotta be obvious. In the head that time. Sorry for muting it. Had to do it. See, RT. What? Hold RT? RT plus something they didn't indicate on screen. It's a QTE adventure. Generally, you follow the rules on screen. You don't make up your own. So, what do we have to work with? I see an RT and a circle. What do you see?
I am assuming direct.
What's up, Mike? Welcome, man. Yeah, we're never getting past this. This is it. Next 8 hours. Boom! Headshot. You run faster with a knife. Everybody knows that. Shoot that one! Here, we could give our own commentary. No, really. This is Telltale. There's no way we're going to Google this, right? Unless you want to. All you have to do is move to the marker and press the right trigger once. Yeah. I don't know. Could that be a bug? You're watching me do it, and I'm trying to show you when I'm pushing the trigger. Bushy Squirrel, what's happening? Welcome. Maybe I could just switch to mouse. Maybe if I just use the mouse for this, it'll work. Let's see if I can jump in with the mouse here. Well, that actually was harder to get the reticle. I missed it with the mouse. How's everyone? How's this game? Just started, can't play. No, I mean, I've played Telltale games. The Walking Dead games were great. Tales from the Borderlands was excellent. I've heard this one is okay, but you can't seem to avoid getting a crossbow bolt in the face. There should be some game voice. Oh, of course there is. I turned it off. C-Star. It's making me crazy. Here, you want to hear it again?
That one!
Shoot that one! It's fucking loud, too. So. Yeah, it's making me batty. Absolutely batty already. Not high-strung or anything. Well, maybe it's just too loud. Does it seem really loud to anyone else?
Ready, boys!
Ready, boys!
Whoa! Shoot that one!
The QTE that couldn't. For fuck's sake. Just click the right stick. Well, it does say RT, not R3, right? Or, yeah, we'll try it. I'll try clicking the right stick, sure. It's worth the shot. Because I got nothing. It's a very simple concept.
Ready, boys! Whoa!
It's another one of Bill's stupid traps. Was there any visual indicator on the reticle? Does it like fill if I hold? Do I need to move it there and hold it for 1.6 seconds? Let's try. I'm gonna move it and hold it.
Ready, boys?
I guess we could just reload in case it is a bug, but I feel like it's not a bug, it's just not...
That one!
Maybe they're not making themselves clear. Maybe I need to... No, there's nothing. We're just taking crossbow bolts in the head. One after another. Alright. Fine. Google. Seriously, if it's a bug, it's written somewhere. I just gotta know. No. Ooh. Doesn't look like it. Come at me, cross bro. Jace Lee keeps dying. This is funny. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I was enjoying it for the first 2, maybe 3 times. But, you know, after a point. I don't think this has ever happened in a Telltale game to me personally or here streaming, where one of their less clear prompts was really that obtuse. Seriously, if you see it, the missing link here, throw me a freaking bone. You move the reticle with the right stick or the mouse. There it is. RT, there's no change. It doesn't even show you RT until you move the reticle over the correct-ish spot. So, throw me a freaking bone. You might have been on the right track with the mouse. The extra chromosome of gaming, QTEs. What games have had QTEs that didn't totally mess them up? I remember the K-Ran fight in Assassins of Kings, and just how crazy that was for me. Can I do this with my keyboard's not in front of me? It's off to the side here. Can you put a shield up with the arrow?
Shoot that one!
Yeah. It's a left mouse click. Did it with the mouse. Okay. Carry on. Thank you, Mike, for suggesting that I go back to that. I only tried it once and I did just straight up miss it with the mouse, so. Going back to the controller, that happens again. Pull the mouse out. Crawl forward to safety. Thought you just clicked on the circle. That is all you do is click on the circle. But for some reason it wasn't working with the trigger that they were saying to push, RT. They were saying RT, right trigger. And it just was not happening. And with the mouse it was left click. So I just went and grabbed the mouse. Life goes on. It seems to be working again. See, we're getting our prompts. I don't think he's gonna get out of that chokehold. It's gonna take a miracle. It's gonna take horses. Horses, horses, horses. Oh please! No, it's doing it again. I'm gonna have to do this with the mouse. It's not. Maybe the button prompt on screen is wrong, and they don't mean right click at all. I'm gonna try other buttons when they say right trigger. Maybe they mean left trigger.
Got it. Did you find Roderick?
For all its left mouse button. The phrase slaughtered him. I did not try to save him.
They slaughtered him, my lord.
Where's my squire? You didn't leave him, did you? What happened to him?
I had to leave him. I had no other choice.
Find a weapon, quickly!
The RT doesn't work. LT works. It says RT and it means LT! I can do it now. I just need to do the opposite of what it says on screen. Everyone, wolves!
Not afraid, you fucking traitor. Go, my lord, while there's still time. Seven hells.
We have to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Walder Frey says time. Don't run,
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
I have detected a signal embedded in the static.
You have to
WD
go.
Gaming.
Welcome.
Thank you for the Thank you for the follow and the wallow.
You have served me well. I know I can count on you.
Welcome aboard.
Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
Only
I swear that I will, my lord.
Uncle Duncan.
Hey, it's those foresters.
On your honor, you must do this for your house.
What grove?
Kill those fucking foresters.
With love, Walder Frey.
This is cool. Fucking phrase. There have been a few periods throughout the show where I wondered, who's left that I care about? There have always been characters left that I care about. With so many people killed over the seasons. Sometimes you have to wonder what's left, who's left. Who do you even root for on a show where everybody does horrible things? Ready to roll, baby. Thank you for the host. Dead Pass, how you doing? Episode 1, Iron from Ice. Kings Road, Forester Lands. Camera perspective is fixed.
Blood. Fresh.
One thing that's neat about the setting and this style of game that Telltale makes, I've not played the new King's Quest, but I got a distinct King's Quest vibe just from the idea of walking around in an environment where, take the current view and we can't pan the camera. So at each point, even though we're moving in the environment and it's has depth, the scene is pretty static at any given point. If you played old King's Quest, other Sierra games, each screen would be static, and as the games went on, about the time they got to King's Quest V, they started to look really good. Nice art for a static scene, and then some layers so you could walk behind things and in front of things. Of course, you'd be clicking on the environment. Classic Sierra games were point-and-click adventures. They didn't have QTE sequences of this style, but it reminds me a lot of that. And I hope it does.
That's Father's car.
A little darker, though.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this. Winter may be coming, but at least he'll have his bacon.
Doesn't love bacon.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs. I recognize you. You're a Forester Squire. Former Stark bannermen have no claim on land anymore. Or haven't you heard? The Starks are dead. Where'd you get that sword? Not a chance that sword is his. Must have stolen it. Out here by himself. Probably a deserter. You didn't just find it, which means you must have stolen it.
You know what to do with the sword that big?
Too big for you, boy. You can barely pick it up.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that.
No.
I'll have that sword, boy.
Fuck you.
Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
You really are a pig farmer, aren't you?
What's wrong with a pitchfork? I hear it does a wonder on a Witcher. Wonders.
Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
You really are a pig farmer.
Oh, that's a bad wound. That does not look good at all.
Mercy. Please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you. I was only following orders.
You're in the wrong land to ask for mercy.
Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this. That much I promise. Father?
Wow.
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid. I tried to stop them.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Iron Wrath, stronghold of House Forrester.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the Maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you. But the Whitehills won't see it that way.
I'd do it again if I had the chance.
If we don't respond with strength, they won't stop until they have everything. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Ooh.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you?
Yeah. Thought of holding anything for the
I
maester
understand
now
from
is
your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather
Up,
odd,
Yankee?
though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick.
And hey, Dennis.
Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft. I imagine I'd be pretty good with a sword.
That's not how it happened. Roderick had already fallen.
Although I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg. Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Yeah, he seemed to be limping. Now he's moving.
The Ironwood Grove.
Lord's chair. Asher.
Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately. Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now.
As we were told, Lord Ethan.
Mira. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself. Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son. Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
Learn more about the Forresters on the menu Codex page.
Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maestro Tengrin. Look, I'll show you.
Medical supplies. Talk to, look at, show sword to, but we weren't supposed to show the sword to him. Duncan, and we were supposed to tell him something, right? Protein.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
Adorable.
I guess. This might help.
Talk to the maester when you're finished taking things.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Visible walls.
Keep moving. I need to see you walk.
But we were already doing that.
No, you see there? You're limping again.
I'm fine, really.
Does your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you.
White Hills hate us. Can I leave now? Who is the new lord of the house?
Why do the White Hills hate the Forresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
Yeah. So the White Hills, they're after the Ironwood?
The White Hills want Forrester Ironwood.
They'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
Tell me about Ethan.
Who is the new lord of House Forrester?
Why, Ethan, of course.
And?
At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although, given the circumstances of your circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Can I see Ethan?
Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
He loved his family, my lady. He was very proud of Roderick.
Yet he was unable to save him.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember. It would mean so much
Was
to
not
the
to
family.
say it to her.
He said he loved you.
That's very kind of you to say. You have the Forrester's sword.
Ethan should have it, now that he is Lord.
Lord Forrester asked me to return it to the house. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
Dude, what's up?
It's too
Dude here.
dangerous, especially now. Now is the time to prove our strength.
How you doing?
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Duncan, this was our land.
Duncan.
They were our people. Your family.
That's who we need to tell.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land. You can't fault the boy for defending himself.
I don't. But they'll say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton. It's an argument we cannot win. We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard.
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this will accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
Fuck the Boltons. One of their men killed my family.
Aye. You'll say it was justice. They'll say it was murder. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take. Which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall? The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
To stay would bring destruction upon us all. I know that's not what you want.
I know it's difficult to understand, but you must think of the house.
I won't put others at risk.
We need to talk to him.
I know it doesn't seem fair.
Need an
but it is
opportunity
what's best.
to speak with him first. Get out of here, guy. Leave.
That settles it then.
Perfect.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Hey, shh. We got but the Grove, dude. All right, we're not done talking.
Word up to me. I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would, and God's willing someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
You're the only family I have left.
In my heart, I know I'll see you
Can
again.
we tell him what we were supposed to tell him?
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
Thank you.
What?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry, you caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett.
Of course not.
I didn't tell her that. I didn't tell him that she asked.
Lord Forrester was right.
But I didn't tell her, so.
From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help. But I can't
Wish I
say
had told him
anything
that she
more just
asked.
yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Cool.
Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Iron
Remember,
from ice.
you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
Garrett, wait! Be safe.
Thanks, BD Gray. Congrats on 150. Have a good one. We'll see you later.
Ethan? Ethan!
Ethan Forrester, Lord of House Forrester. Play as Ethan.
Couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
You found me! Well done, Ryan. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
I don't care what he says. I can protect you.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah! Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I don't want to get angry, but I may have to. Father did sometimes.
But you're nice. Everybody says that about you.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
That's not how it works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the lord.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the lord.
If I were lord, I would command
Should I
Ethan
stay
to
or should I go?
with his family.
Trouble either
Lord
way.
Whitehill is a mean old man anyways. Someone should tell him to leave us alone.
Or duty.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Like living through this.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due. Aye. Hold your tongue, you coward. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Familiar face.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business. Keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said. When your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall? Answer me! Who's the one who did it?
I did.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy. And you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
Not
A
yours.
house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Thank you for coming, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Who lied?
Do your worst, you bastard.
You must find your voice, my lord. Your enemies will interpret your silence as a sign of weakness.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once. Your sister can help us.
That's pretty.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
So we don't play just one or two. I wonder how much switching around of characters there's gonna be throughout Old Break. Carved ironwood tree, yunkish coin, high garden brooch, and an unfit.
Ethan made this for me. Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena. Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Dusty old tome.
Wonders made by man.
Hey, Malefica.
By Lomas
How are you?
Longstride. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday. King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Letter from Mother.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
The art style in Telltale games has, from one game to another, there's a lot in common. It serves this well. I like it. It's
One moment.
The soft look is nice for the setting.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a callboy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
We'll give it a shot.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Marjorie's good at that.
Good luck.
You can do this.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. I take it this is the kind of loyalty the king can expect from you, if you have any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent, and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours. Or nothing, perhaps. It's hard to tell either way.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she would...
Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true
Archery
to the king,
said,
Your Grace.
Tell Cersei what she wants to hear.
I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
I mean, Marjorie will receive that
She
as such.
is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants.
That was the plan.
Which is not very encouraging.
Yeah, it will.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased.
No, she didn't.
It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
Alas, I don't fully understand the weight of the question. Has nothing ventured?
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah?
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour. Which I doubt is Dornish for wife. We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introduction.
Moving the seating arrangements.
We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Nope.
He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well. Which is more than you can say for his mother.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Didn't look like it.
I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes.
There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Overlap with the Tyrion.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
Sarah seems like a breach here.
I trust her.
Yeah, but I don't. Sorry, Sarah.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
Sorry, Sarah. May have made an enemy, but...
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
Talking about Ramsay.
Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't think it will help, but it's that dire.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
You're the only one who can help me. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Alternative was to not ask her. Back down. To not ask for the help. Not ask for the crown to intervene. Crown's not going to stop Ramsay from doing anything. Ever. But...
Seven hells.
I think we're about to meet Ramsay. Someone's being tortured.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen. There. Hear that? I know I heard something. Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Not gonna be good, is it?
Bloody hell.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
Why are you telling me this?
To help you rule, Lord Ethan. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move!
Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
Lord Ethan. Maester.
Oops. I went for you need
This
my
craven
judgment,
is a
but
deserter and a
missed it.
thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Is what Sir Royland said true?
Of course it is.
My lord, I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks true.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since
And
Lord
we've
Gregor
a
left us
house
to
to
rot.
run in. You need to
Where's
shut your
our
mouth
gain?
right now.
Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming
Lord of the
winter.
House doesn't get to say that.
Most of us won't even live to see it.
We are in this together.
You say that, But it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll
Dude.
address him as Lord.
Not helping.
Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
The men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the wall.
Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Deserve to make him pay for what he's done. Give us justice.
I will decide.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. He's a thief.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord.
Innocent is not the right choice of words.
My family depends on me.
I sentence you to the wall, where you will join the Night's Watch.
No, please, my lord! My family, without me, they'll die!
A lot of families are gonna die. This is Game of Thrones. Good as chopping off his fingers do.
But a lord must mete out punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course. You can weigh on any lord.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Yes. Did I do what's right?
The wall seems like a fitting place for a thief. I only hope he doesn't find Garrett there and take his anger out on the poor squire. You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience.
And I'm sure you think you'd be the perfect choice.
Me? Oh, gods no. I can't get involved. I am a maester. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve as such. There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see. Take it.
I understand. I'll do it now.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Giving Duncan the job may put him at some greater risk, but he seems like the only choice. Or Tengrin. Our Duncan. Suggested we speak to those around. Malcolm. Sir Royland.
Now, when I say parry,
Hey,
get
Codius.
that sword out.
Talk to the Maester when you're finished exploring.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
You honor Roderick with this. He was a strong one.
He was. Yeah. Yeah. Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword, I'm sure of it.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them.
No, he's not our enemy, but he did a bad thing.
Then I wish you'd hurt him. People who do bad things need to be punished. Someone did something bad to Father and Roderick. Someone should hurt them even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
It is.
Holding a sword or a turkey leg?
The first break, we'll take a first break after the first episode, so we're not there yet.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
No, there must be something else we can do.
Well, I hope we find it soon. We won't have much room to maneuver if we don't have the option of holding fast. I can speak to the huntsmen and trappers. Perhaps they can do more.
Give it a try. Hey, DJ Kakisa, how are you doing?
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Would you want to be the sentinel?
More than you can imagine, my lord. With all due respect for Sir Royland, there's no one better suited to the role than me.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
Make much of a
your
case.
service, my lord.
Do it like you mean it.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow, at first light.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this.
That was a bit
Just
antics.
try to be kind.
Sounds a bit like Olgierd.
She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
An important point.
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. You said you'd get angry sometimes. This would have been a good time to see it.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
But I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please. Tell me.
What do you suggest I do?
You must be strong, decisive. You are the lord of this house.
Yes.
Remember.
That wasn't the question.
You're just as capable as Asher or Roderick ever were. I know it. I only wish you did too.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
I don't think that was very good advice, though. So I suppose her streak is broken. You've always given me good advice. Good for just now, when you didn't.
Swing left. Parry. Wrong. I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your authority, and made you look weak to the Whitehills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud. Seeing you make good choices as a young lord. You don't say much, do you, lad? That's good. Reminds me of your brother Asher. So, when will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight,
Hesitates.
at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
And I don't trust his loyalty. I mean, I don't feel he is a betrayer. It's who knows what his role will be, but
Slash and parry! Slash and parry! Again!
there are young lords. Westeros. He's not respecting this one. Duncan may be less of a military strength, and we may need military strength, but can't put him in charge. I mean, I can put Duncan in charge. What's his name?
Come on, you dogs! You'll not...
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
What is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life.
How much do we have to give, Maester?
From here to Wolfswood Creek and then across the next 2 ridges, it should be enough to satisfy Ramsay Snow, I imagine. Bloodlust can often be sated by gifts and gold.
Slash right!
No wood for blood. No wood for blood. The bracer to signify the choice, or we just tell... It sounded like we should tell the maester the choice, but the bracer? Give the bracer to one of them.
Duncan, I've decided to name you as my sentinel. Congratulations.
Why, thank you, my lord. I'm honored. But are you sure?
No, don't let me down.
Yes, of course. I'm convinced you're the man for the job.
Then I accept. But first, you must summon the small council, my lord, to make it official.
Right. I'll tell Maester Ortengrin to do it at once.
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Bet more people do choose Duncan. That doesn't mean he's a better choice. Doesn't mean less bad things will happen. Big choices in Telltale games tend to be lateral moves. Pain and disappointment. At least they were in Walking Dead. Choose your pain. Choose your poison.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
There weren't many people to speak with. So, Sir Royland, I cannot trust him. You may have the respect of the men. There may be consequences for picking the man who doesn't have as much respect amongst the men. We need to lead in battle. This could be a problem. I'm not giving him the bracer. I'm not putting him in charge.
Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle? This is reckless.
Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
On the other hand, I doubt Duncan would have been vengeful.
Sentinel,
Royland,
what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
who knows what
Our
he'll do.
scout says only
He seems a
day's
little
ride from
hot-headed.
here. With no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
I missed it.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council. Lord Ethan deserves to hear from all of us.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf.
You're
but
counting on
we
that?
must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful.
Right.
I trust
Precisely.
Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
And Lady Forrester, what do you say?
recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, The wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
I see no signs that this house is prepared to fight House Bolton. Giving away the ironwood. That is not a satisfying solution. Not for him, not for us. Pat chance diplomacy is going to work with Ramsay.
Mind
we'll
you,
start
Sentinel
there.
favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy.
Name the
with Lord
Sentinel will
Snow.
take his advice.
I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
Which will likely fail.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made
That's
his
my
opinion
thought.
known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
Dude, Ramsay can get fucked.
I will meet him at the gate.
Very good, my lord. I shall prepare the men.
Men? We hardly have any. It's a foolish plan.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house.
That's very
You're likely
inconsistent.
to get us all killed.
Alright, get out of here.
Out.
You'll regret that, my lord.
You just directly challenged the Lord in the middle of a small council meeting. What did you expect?
Apologies, my son. I had expected better of him. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow at the gate, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
My lord, you have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
I don't know
It's
if Asher
something
is
we could
dangerous.
use. You're a thinker, Ethan. You contemplate, and a lord needs that. But a lord also needs swords. I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Wait, who's Malcolm? Malcolm's not Malcolm the Maester? Is Malcolm the guy I didn't pick, whose name started with an R? Wait, who's Malcolm? Oh yeah, other Garrets. It's hard, you know, there's a lot to be said for compelling characters. Easier to remember a compelling character than a less compelling character. We're getting a lot of these characters thrown around. Game of Thrones always does that. You can make a flow chart of who's related to who in the world of Game of Thrones as it is. Yeah, I'm not sure I even got the uncle connection until you pointed it out. He's in the middle. Send him to Essos. Keep him here. Wait. Sorry. You might know who we're talking about. He's in the middle. He's the guy standing there. He's also your uncle. Guess what? Still doesn't do it for me. I thought we just gonna send our sentinel away? Is that who we're talking about?
I'm sorry, Mother, but I can't have Malcolm bring Asher back. He will not go to Essos. That is the final
That's
word.
who was gonna go.
Do you hear
that
me?
guy. Right.
I hear you, but this is a mistake. I wish you trusted me with this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
They doing old Blood Wolf? Gotta admit, I have so few connections to this right now. So this is Marjorie's plan for the seating arrangement, and the key is the key to what? We turn key, take key. I don't know what the key is. It's a key. Oh, let's take it because it's an item. Give me a reason. Tyrell family seal.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you might want to know. Thank you. I thought we were friends, Mira. When you dismissed me the other day, I won't say it didn't hurt my feelings. We've known each other for years, and yet to be treated like that.
It was private.
It's a private matter. You shouldn't take it personally.
Well, I did. I thought there was trust between us. Friends don't hold secrets from one another.
I don't know you from a hole
Now
in the
Lady
ground.
Marjorie thinks you don't trust me, and she values your opinion very much.
Sarah,
Sorry, you want me to trust you? There's got to be some storytelling that sets that
My
up.
lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family.
Shocker.
I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
What can I do to make this better, my lady?
There's nothing you can do, Mira.
Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Awkward. We have to be nearing the end of the first episode.
Where's Sir Royland? The man values pride more than honor. And
thunder. I didn't know it was going to storm, but I'm
I know
hearing a
you'd
lot of
hoped
thunder.
Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
I hope so.
You made the right decision, my lord.
Bolton men approaching, my lord!
Something wrong with your gate?
Yeah, it doesn't like you. Ramsay is quite easily offended. He's not stupid.
Well, aren't you the little lord? No wonder you can't open the gate. Shall we help you? Now let me in. This is a lovely pile of timber, isn't it?
Why the hurry? Are you cold?
You know, I am a bit. Fortunately, there's no shortage of wood to burn around here. Thank you, my lord.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsman.
He doesn't care about ironwood anyways.
Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it. Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently.
Maybe he is interested in ironwood. Yankee, that's exactly how it is. One is and one isn't. One who is gets the other one worked up.
Quite the army you have, Lord Forrester. Very impressive. Look at that. More Forresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived. Our men are dead. Yours lived. You had me stand out in the wind and muck so you could show off your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What?
What? The ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me. You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Oh, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well.
You've gone too far, Lord Ramsay. I demand you let her go.
I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the brave lord?
Oh!
What have you done?
But I don't want the brave lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No! No!
Even though he did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Brian!
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him!
Fetch the mace so quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let him take me!
Let it go!
Stop them! Help me! Ryan, please! Let me go! Ryan! Do something!
Ethan? My son.
Your story has begun.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester
After the
above
preview
all
that
other
attempts to
laws.
spoil the next episode,
Those who
I'm gonna
will
take a
not
break
stop
here.
until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
more people saved Bowen than left him behind, or at least tried. 62% swore loyalty to the king. Most people did not send Eric to the wall. Most people did pick Duncan as Sentinel. I guess there were trust issues. Trust issues. It was about 50-50 for meeting Ramsay at the gate. So, this is a 6-episode series. One thought I had before the stream today was starting early, ending late, doing it all in one chunk for a few reasons. I don't think that's going to happen. I didn't start early. There's one. Also, I don't know if 12 solid hours of this would be, I don't know if I could actually enjoy it for 12 solid hours. I think the pacing is such that 6 or 8 is going to be plenty. We've got an 8-hour stream today. So what I'd like to do is get through 3 more parts, which even that may run a little late. We're already at 2 hours, 20 minutes. That's one part. Add break time and a couple more episodes, and we might run up to 8 hours on just 3 parts. I don't know. We'll see. So we're definitely going back for more. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Silent credits. No music playing, really? Ready. I'm guessing these aren't the longest credits in the world. I'm going to let them play. It will probably run the same or close to the same credits after every episode. I don't know. Maybe I'll let them play. I could cut to break, but... Zeus, God Cat of Cats. Did you see that in there? It looks like everybody had their... Looks like they think they're pets. The animals... Maximize your experience. Okay. Credits after every episode. Yes, Wombat. I mean, they were not released together. There was an episode released, and like with other Telltale games, it would be months apart. Yeah, Tales from the Borderlands was excellent. Loaderbot for the win. Prestige, what's up? Oh man, you made it there. Glad you did. You got here just in time for a break. We would normally be done with the first break by now, but I haven't had it yet. We just finished episode 1 of Game of Thrones. 10-minute break. I'll see you all soon. We'll do episode 2. Have fun.